Hello and welcome to the John Ark Show. Today's episode is called The Electric Vehicle Scam. Before we begin, I want to encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on the notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help get the word out. Now, let's get started. I was out the other day at the mall and they had an electric vehicle on display. Now, this mall was in the Washington, D.C. area. This particular mall used to have a Tesla dealership in it that eventually closed and went out of business. They also have a new Lucid electric car showroom inside the mall that opened not too long ago. But this vehicle was made by a different manufacturer. It was manufactured by a European car company that had no store or dealership in the mall. The car was just put on display on the second floor of the mall, and they had a couple of representatives there to answer questions. Now, I'm walking by and I noticed a group of people standing around and checking out this new electric car out. It was really nice looking. In fact, it was beautiful. So I got inside and I sat behind the wheel and took a really good look around. Now, I'm not going to reveal the make or model or manufacturer's name, but I suspect you can guess it. They've been around forever. So I'm sitting in the car and it's very striking, very modern, very futuristic looking. The first thing I notice is that there is a very long computer screen across the entire dash that spans from one door to the other door. Just amazingly beautiful. And it's a touch screen and it's really, really cutting edge stuff. The screen itself literally makes you feel like you're stepping into the future. Just that video screen itself makes all the other conventional internal combustion engines look really old-fashioned. After seeing that screen and then seeing the inside of conventional gas-powered cars, they immediately look and feel like Model Ts or chuck wagons. I feel sorry for any auto manufacturer that's still trying to sell cars with the conventional dash full of old-fashioned mechanical gauges. You may as well be trying to sell black and white TVs or old cameras that still use film in this day and age. That's how stark the contrast is. So, I'm sitting inside the vehicle admiring it, and one of the sales ladies comes by and asks me if I have any questions. I say yes. How much is this car? And she says the base price is $60,000, but when you add all the options that are on this car, then the price goes to $106,000. She also claimed that this electric car has a range of about 340 miles, which I immediately didn't believe. I didn't say anything, but I don't believe that nonsense because I know what cold weather can do to electric batteries and the charges. I remember when there used to be a pricing differential between homes and cars, but now for some reason all the electric car companies feel very free to charge six figures for their cars like it was not a big deal. I remember when adding some accessories to a new car purchase would simply add a few $1,000s to that car price. Now it doubles the price of the car. I'll tell you something else. Whenever I see new electric cars being displayed for all the public to see and then check out, they usually display the specifications of the car, the accessories, the battery range, all the features. But now, I've never seen any of these car companies display in public or in their showrooms when they're trying to impress potential customers. I never see them display the projected lifespan of the batteries in the car or how much it will cost to replace them in 5 or 10 years. I'm really amazed by that because it is such a huge part of the car and something that all the customers will likely have to deal with down the line unless they try and sell them when the battery needs to replace it or just before it needs replacement. But I'll tell you what, I suspect that once an electric car nears the end of its battery life and needs to be replaced, I suspect that the market value of these used electric vehicles will drop dramatically. I've heard that replacing the batteries on some electric cars can cost between $20,000 and $25,000, but they never talk about that in the specifications. You know what else they don't talk about? They don't like to discuss how much battery range you lose in cold weather when the temperature drops. I've heard some estimates that people say as much as half of the battery's range and power will be depleted by cold temperature. That means a 300-mile range drops to 150. Imagine that. I'll tell you what else they don't talk about. They're very quick to double the price of these electric vehicles, but electric cars don't have a gasoline engine. They don't have a radiator. They don't have a transmission. They don't have a lot of the technology that internal combustion engines and those cars have. So why are they doubling the price? Why aren't they reducing the price? It's not like electric motors are that expensive. They've been around for more than a century. What's the driving force between these incredible price increases for electric cars? I think it's just greed. I'll tell you something else they never talk about. When you're driving a gas-powered car with a combustion engine in front of you that can help protect you from the dangers of a head-on collision, then that provides you with significant additional degrees of protection from injury. Having all that heavy metal between you and the car that just smashed into you can really help protect you. But electric car companies have no big heavy metal engines up front to protect you. All most of them have is this tiny little empty frunk, which is the new name for a front end trunk. So without that protection, I suspect a lot of people who have accidents with their electric cars are now going to be seriously or mortally injured in those car accidents. Like I said, I don't see that information being discussed or revealed in their car advertisements. But all of that aside, I'm amazed by the prices of these electric cars. Having to pay six figures for a new electric car and then having to pay another possible $20,000 when the battery needs to be replaced down the road, that to me sounds insane. Most people, I believe, will not concede to that. So who are the geniuses running the car companies these days that decided that trying to sell a $100,000 electric car in this economy was a good idea, when we're now living in a time where it's getting more difficult to find and purchase food and baby formula and groceries that you can afford at the store? I don't buy any of this. I think they are completely disconnected from reality, and when they realize how many Americans aren't interested in spending this much money on a new car, then a lot of the people running these companies are going to lose their jobs, and deservedly so. In my opinion, anyone that purchases an electric car these days should probably consider waiting another 5 to 10 years before they do so. There just aren't enough charging stations, the vehicles lose their value too quickly, and I think the prices are insane. With that, I want to thank you for watching. I encourage you to subscribe to our channel for free. You can also like, comment, and follow us. We're going to have a lot of great celebrity interviews coming up, so make sure to click on that notification bell so you can be notified every time we upload a new episode. Also, we ask that you post a link to today's show on all your social media to help spread the word. Thank you, and we shall talk to you soon. Bye-bye.